Today is all about the people. It's about the people today.
Oh, dude. The fan text is already starting to blow up.
The phone calls. We were going to take the phone calls.
Yeah, you go ahead and line up. Go ahead and get in line on the phones because we'll be taking them next segment. But
877-881-1053. This is going to be a day for you to just vent because the further we get away from it, the less sense it actually makes.
Right. Yeah. This was something where I was sitting on the couch with Kristen on Saturday night.
That late? You were up that late, just sitting on the couch.
We were watching TV. We're watching this. I can't remember what it is. There's some Ted Danson. A Man on the Inside is the name of it. It's this Ted Danson.
My favorite place to be.
It's this Ted Danson show where he plays like a retired professor that wants to becomes a spy inside of a retirement home or something like that. I don't know. I got distracted very easily because I was sitting there. Strong little buzz, enjoying my Saturday night, not a care in the world. Then I open Twitter just to see, I wonder if there's anything going on in the world. And then I see a tweet posted 1 minute earlier from Sham Charania. And I sent it to you guys, and I was sure it was a hack. Like, I was like, this isn't real. There's no way they did this. And then it's like, oh, no, the trade actually happened. Well, then I was like, okay, well, then Luka must have been unhappy and demanded out. It's like, no, he wasn't unhappy. Mark Stein comes back a little bit after that and goes, nope, Luka didn't request out. Then I understood what happened. Okay. LeBron stomped around and ordered the NBA basically to give him Luka as a retirement present. And then I see LeBron didn't even know what was happening. And that was left when I was left to grapple with the reality of Nico Harrison just made one of the most incompetent, inexcusable deals in the history of professional sports.
Incompetence is a good word. I was, we were sitting there. We had some friends over, and because we had it was our friend Carly's birthday, so we had our friend Wes and Natalie over. They'd come in from Oklahoma, and we were just sitting there. We were playing catchphrase, the game catchphrase, right? We weren't really playing the game. I just had control of I'm a good clue giver. I had control of the thing, and I was, trying to get you to say what the word is or whatever, the phrase.
Sure. And
Wes is in the bathroom. He comes out. He was in there for like 5 minutes. He comes running out and says, "Look at the Mavs just traded Luka for Anthony Davis." And I was like, "No, they didn't. That's what is this MLB on fax? Is that what did you see? What site did you see that?" He goes, "No, it's Sham's." And he shows me the article, and I was like, "Man, AI is too good.
Yeah,
AI is just too good." So I go and I look elsewhere, and I'm starting to see it. And I think I saw a Brad Townsend or McMahon tweet that confirmed it. And I was like, what?
That's the thing. No one believed this. No one thought this was real. There was I saw a tweet over the weekend. It said, imagine being the GM / front office who makes a trade so appalling and bad that nobody believes it can possibly be real, despite the league's lead reporter with 2.5 million followers insisting and pleading with everyone that it's legit. That's what you did. You made such a historically bad trade. And there's no justifying this. There's none. I told you guys over the weekend, my entire mantra is going to be, I don't care. I don't care what reason they give. There's no amount of context that makes this okay. None. If you want to say, man, I can kind of see a scenario where trading Luka makes sense if you get XYZ return. All right, fine. I still think trading Luka would have had this city meltdown regardless. But
there were ways to do this to make it work.
Trading Luka for Anthony Davis and a single first rounder 4 years away.
You broke every rule. The rule number 1, you don't trade young for old. And rule number 2, you never give up the best player in the deal. Like that, you're going to lose. You lose every trade when you do that. There was a way, if you were hell-bent on trading Luka, hell-bent, there was a way to do it and make it somewhat past the eye test with the fans. And that is, I don't know, shop them around. Call Milwaukee. Hey, do you mind giving us Giannis?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just like Luka gets you basically any player in the league that you want. Any player.
This is there was a tweet that one of the writers for Forbes Sports had reached out to an NBA executive and said, if you had known Luka Doncic was available, what would you have offered in a potential trade? And he responded, everything.
Everything. Everything. Listen, I mean, I want you to close your eyes for a second and imagine that you own a house.
Oh, so nice.
And now you're going to sell the house. But the only person you call to sell the house is Peyton.
You get $7.
Oh, that's what happened here.
Yeah.
They called one guy.
Yeah. What you called one team. And look, it sounds like some of the chatter has been about, oh, okay, well, they really narrowed their search because, you know,
They just wanted, they zoned in on Anthony Davis. They literally zoned in on him.
They wanted Anthony Davis, or maybe they didn't want a Jimmy Butler situation like that. They needed to move in silence to get a deal done. They're trying to compete right now. That's the thing. You can say all of that. And again, my response is going to be, I don't care. I don't. It's like, we were tired of his conditioning issues. I don't care. He was getting hurt all the time. I don't care.
Yeah, those are 2s on a scale of 1 to 10. They don't matter enough.
He didn't play defense. I don't care. He didn't give consistent effort. I don't care. There's nothing you can say that justifies the way you handled this trade.
Right.
And Nico Harrison
at least get De'Aaron Fox. Nico was available. At least get him.
Yeah, Nico Harrison or De'Aaron Fox goes for 3 1s and 3 2s yesterday. Nico Harrison went from, if I would have told you on Friday when you guys left here, I was off, but when you guys left on Friday, if I would have said a single decision will be made over the weekend that bumps Jerry Jones from the most hated sports executive in DFW, you wouldn't have thought it was possible. Because even if you thought, oh, okay, the Mavericks will trade Luka, you thought, okay, but I mean, even still, if they trade Luka, that won't be as bad as Jerry because surely they'll get like 6 firsts or something.
Right.
Nobody could have conceived they would have done this.
No, if you had told me that, I guess like thinking about it, I'd be like, all right, maybe the only thing that would make that would be that of that magnitude is the Mavs trading Luka.
Mm-hmm.
But I never would have thought that they would have gotten just this. Yeah. Maybe, I would have thought, hey, you know what? The Rangers signing Alex Bregman would have pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah. But not this.
But not this. Not this. I'm still stunned.
Peyton, where were you?
I was sound asleep. Quite frankly, I wish I was still asleep. I went to sleep a little early Saturday night. Mackenzie was out with the flu, so I was like, you know what? I'll get some extra sleep on a Saturday night, not doing anything. So around 10:15, 10:30, I crawled up in bed, went to sleep, woke up to about 50 text messages from friends. I was like, what went on last night? What did I miss? And I looked there, and I didn't even read all the messages. I just kind of skimmed through it. I said, Mavs, Luka, Lakers, what? And I looked on Twitter, read y'all's messages. I still can't believe it. I was stunned. I was 7:30 in the morning. I had 100 text messages. I couldn't believe it.
Just move to Vegas.
That's what it feels like.
The fans are so, I don't know that you can. Like, first of all, like, you have to win the title, at least one title to make this work.
Oh, more.
Because, like, Luka, theoretically, he was going to get you. He was going to fall into a title over the next decade.
You were going to be competitive for a title for a decade.
Every year you were competitive for a title. I mean, now you might get one, right? I mean, they're still going to be a good team. You might get one, but you need multiple for this to work.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to get one.
I don't think they are either. They might. I mean, they're going to be a good team.
They might. I mean, stranger things have happened, like Luka getting traded on a Saturday night to the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, that's the thing, too, about that. This is the Lakers. Mike is going to have a cow when he walks in here. The Lakers. Of all teams, it was the Lakers. You just went, hey. I mean, look, you remember David Stern stepped in and said, no, you're not doing this Chris Paul deal.
Yeah.
We're not doing this. I'm stepping in. This is the kind of thing where it's like, you need to stop it. This is so bad. Stop it.
Yeah, you can't reconcile with the fans. There's no way. There's no way to reconcile this. They're just put the papers in. Move to Vegas and get an expansion team. There's no way to reconcile this.
And that's the thing. Nico said yesterday, I think when the wins come, people forget about this. No, they're not going to.
Is that an old sailor's idiom?
Is it?
When the winds come?
No. That's wins with a D.
Oh,
this
wins.
W-I-N-S.
Oh, W-I-N-S.
This I've never seen. Sandler was talking about it. We had a bunch of different people tweeting about it, and it's the reality. I've lived in Dallas, for 25 years now, whatever it is.
Short timer.
Yeah, no, actually, it's longer than that. It's 30 now. So
okay, all right, now you got me.
It took me a sec.
20.
Time flies.
28, I think.
This is. I've never seen the city react to a single piece of sports news like this.
No, there was a couple times that I'm reminded of. I remember I was running the board at ESPN when I was just going online and I saw this New York Newsday post. This is before Twitter, that A-Rod was traded. And I immediately called up Randy Galloway. I was like, yo, I'm seeing this online. And, like, blogs weren't really a thing. This is like 03, right? 04. And he did some digging on it. And obviously, like, that was obviously true. That stunned everybody. That took but I mean, obviously, A-Rod was not your guy. He was a mercenary. We all knew it.
No one was devastated, I don't think, when A-Rod got traded.
We all knew that he was. I mean, there was fans that loved him.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But Luka was our guy. Like, Luka was homegrown. You always like your homegrown players more.
You tripped into another. You were the Green Bay Packers going from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. You tripped into Luka Doncic right out of Dirk Nowitzki. And you just willingly walked him over to the Los Angeles Lakers for the next 15 years. Why? Why did you do it? There is no explanation for this. And then last night, they're down 91-46 at half, or just before the half, they're down 91-46. It's a joke. Yeah. It's an embarrassment. It is one of the most.
They played yesterday like they were still shocked.
Nico Harrison up there at that press conference yesterday. The decision, it is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen from an executive.
And there's conspiracy theories. And look, I call this a whole heat check because conspiracy theories are on a bit of a heater right now. Like they're getting some, and they did a heat check this weekend with this. It was like, we're just going to throw everything against the wall. I know there's a conspiracy. There's no conspiracy here. This is just a dumb move.
Yeah, this is
a dumb move.
This is either, because everybody, the fan text keeps saying, there's got to be something here. There's got to be something. Something's going on.
I hope there is, because this doesn't make sense otherwise. Bassick is up, by the way.
Morning, Mike.
He just tweeted, I woke up early this morning. Too early. I don't think I've ever done this, but I went through everybody I follow. If it had to do with anything Mavs or NBA, I unfollowed. I'm officially done with the league. I deleted the NBA app. I will always love the 80s, 90s, and Dirk NBA.
Do you think Nico had any clue this was going to be the pushback?
I don't know how you couldn't.
Unless you're
Are you just completely
dumb.
Oblivious?
If you're dumb. That's the only way. And this is a pretty dumb trade.
You cannot have risen to what he did and be dumb. I don't
know. Didn't he botch the Steph Curry? Did he botch the Steph Curry relationship?
Maybe.
Back in the day?
Maybe.
And now he's blown up this way to the point that you didn't even tell Jason Kidd you were doing this.
I mean, there's so many ins and outs. What have you?
There are 1,000 layers to how bad this is.
It's a whole,
and it all ends.
Stinks.
It honestly ends with he needs to be fired. This is a single move that deserves being fired.
This is literally. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm still stunned.